Hi friends, welcome back to my session. And before of this class, what we had discussed? So we had discussed about the EBS volumes. So how we are going to create the EBS volumes, where we are going to use the EBS volumes, how to manage the EBS volumes, everything we had discussed in the previous class. And in the current session, we are going to discuss about the service called S3. So in this session, we are going to cover the theoretical part as well as the practical session. So what is S3, where we are going to use S3, everything we are going to let you know. So first of all, S3. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. This S3 is the service which has been offered by the AWS for the storage purpose. And first of all, we need to understand which type of storage it is. So it is the object-based storage. Means in AWS we have two types of storage available. The first one is EBS volumes and the second one is S3 bucket. So generally EBS volumes or object-based storage, and where we can be able to deploy the OS and it will be attached to the EC2 instances. But coming to S3 bucket, it is an object-based storage and we can't be able to attach S3 bucket to EC2 instance as a storage. That is highly impossible. Okay, S3 is different. It will be used for the storage of data, and at the same time it is highly available and highly scalable, and we can be able to store our data as much as possible. Whatever the data I have, it will provide the unlimited space for storing my data. Okay, and it at the same time it is highly available and highly scalable. And so what we told, uh, in S3 everything will be uploaded as an object because it is object based storage. What do you mean by object? Object is nothing. What are the content I have? That may be that may be files, that may be folders, that may be mp3 file, that may be image file. Whatever the content I have, that will be called as a object. So at a time, up to which size of object I will be able to upload into the S3 bucket. Okay, and for this question, per object 5 TB is the maximum limit. Suppose if I want to upload up to 5 TB of file as a single object, I will be able to upload into the S3 bucket. Suppose if I have the 6 TB of file with me, but I need to upload the same into the S3 bucket. That is highly impossible because of at a time I will be able to upload the 5 TB of per object. So in that scenario, what I will do, I am going to break the file. Means if I want to break the file 6 TB file, that I can be in a several ways. Means 4 TB at the same time 2 TB additional. 4 plus 2, it's called 6 TB. So I can do like that, or 5 TB at the same time additional 1 TB I can be uploaded like that. So whenever the object size has been increased more than 5 TB, I need to break. At a time I will be able to upload the 5 TB of file only, up to 5 TB of file only, not the 5 TB file, up to 5 TB. Okay, and S3 supports strong read and write consistency. Means whenever I had uploaded any object into the S3 bucket, it will automatically available for me to view the same. Okay, and it will not take that much time. So whenever I had uploaded, immediately it will be reflected in my bucket. So here you need to understand what is a bucket. So bucket is nothing but in S3 service. So whenever I need to upload my object, I need to create, first of all I need to create a bucket. Okay, so in that bucket only I will be able to upload my objects. So how, what is how it will be like that? Simply in a graphical user interface I am going to show S3 bucket image. So here just assume that this is the S3 bucket. So I am going to the service S3 and I am going to create one S3 bucket in my account. So once the bucket has been created, whatever the files or data available with me, I am going to upload those files into the S3 bucket. Okay, and whenever I need to access those files at a time from the bucket only, I will be able to access those things. Okay, this is for your reference, just how the graphical it will be reflected. Okay, just click here, and it is most recently I had opened it, so that's why it has been displayed here. Suppose if you did not find here, just simply the X3, then automatically this service is visible to you. Just click on the service, then automatically you will be redirected to the S3 console page. There, just have a look. Do you have any buckets available in the my account? No, obviously no. Just click on buckets. Will you be able to see any buckets? Here no buckets. Okay, and at the same time, first of all what I need to, I am going into the S3 service page. There I don't have any buckets, so I need to create a bucket. Just click on create bucket. Okay, and the buckets are regional level. So I will be able to create in multiple regions. Based on my availability, I am going to create my S3 bucket in that particular region. Right now, I am going to create my S3 bucket in the Northern Virginia region, that is US-1 East-1. Okay, and bucket type. So based on my purpose, I am going to require the bucket type. Here, the general purpose required. General purpose I am selected. Generally, it is the recommended type by the AWS, and it's the mostly useful cases, general purpose. And when I'm going to select the directory, whenever I require the low latency use cases, and at the same time, in general purpose, my data will be available in the multiple availability zones. But coming to directory, my data will be available in the single availability zone. But the latency is too low, means the performance is high, but my data will be available in the single availability zone only. In coming to general purpose, maybe we will get some latency issue, but the data will be available in multiple available zones. Because so suppose if my data is available in multiple availability zones, what I will get? I will get the high availability. So if I lose my data in one availability zone, then the data will be available in the another availability zone. That is the purpose. No? Whenever I had uploaded my important data, what I will check is my data is secured or not. Definitely, because of this high availability, if I upload my personal, means not personal, it's a company organizational data into the S3 bucket, the data will be secured by the government, means by the AWS. It will be highly secured. And so I need to put the name for the S3 bucket. I want to create the S3 bucket. For that, I just need to put the same name now. So by that name only, I will be identified. So which bucket it is and what the data had been uploaded. So this bucket name I will put it in a unique way, because of it will not the same in whatever the buckets which are available in the AWS. We need to create with unique name. Suppose if I create some name that is already available in the bucket, it will not accept. So while I am going to create any S3 bucket name, while I set the name for the bucket, I would make sure that bucket name will not at all available in any AWS regions. At the same time, in entire AWS. At the same time, I need to follow some rules while I'm putting the AWS bucket name. So if you want to see the rules, just click here. See rules for bucket naming. Here you will find the set of rules which we need to follow while we set the name for the S3 bucket. The bucket name must be between 3 letters to 63 characters. The bucket name consists of only lowercase letters, means it will not accept the uppercase letters. And the bucket name contains numbers. We can mention numbers, at the same time we can mention dots, and at the same time hyphens. And the bucket name must begin and end with a letter or number, means it will not end with the hyphen or dot. It will at the same time it will not start with a dot or hyphen. And we are not going to use the dots continuously or hyphens. Suppose dot dot hyphen hyphen like that continuously I am not supposed to use. Okay. And while creating buckets, I could not mention the IP address. Some for reference. No, it will not accept. Hyphen hyphen. So these are the set of rules which we need to consider while setting the name for the S3 bucket. Okay. Here, what I will do, hyphen my bucket. Randomly, I will put some number. Okay. Choose. So right now, what I will do while creation of my S3 bucket, I will make sure all the things will be default. Okay. I will not modify anything, but whatever the default settings, whatever the default recommendations by the AWS, I am going to select those things only. And ACL disabled recommended, because of what is this ACL? Access control list. And by using this ACL, if I enable the ACL, generally before that we need to understand one thing. What are the objects which I had been uploaded into the S3 bucket, by default it will be private only. Suppose if I want to make it public, then I need to done some modifications. By default, the objects will be private only. For that only the ACL is disabled, and I broke all the public access. Means from public nobody will be nobody will be able to access my the S3 bucket, and the by default the versioning is disabled only. If I want to make it enabled, versioning is nothing but maintaining multiple versions of the same file, and we are going to discuss in furtherly in detail. And tags, it's optional. And encryption types, we have different types of encryptions. Right now I'm going to use in the S3 SSC S3, means server side encryption S3. The keys are managed by the S3 service only. So here we are not providing any custom keys. By default AWS will provide the key management service. So by using the S3 one service, means S3 keys only, I'm going to encrypt the data. Here I am using the SSC S3. So bucket key A enable, okay, and just click on create. So once I click on create bucket, automatically one bucket will be created. This is the bucket name, and the bucket has been created. On which date? So right now it has been created. Okay, just click here. So open the bucket. So here you will be able to find the list of buckets, means list of objects. So just once you had entered into the bucket, then you will find the set of options. So properties, permissions, metrics, managements, access point. So once right now I don't have any object in my bucket, so that's why I can't be able to see. What I will do, without wasting time, I'm going to upload one file. So just click on here upload. So add files. So I have desktop, one image is there. Just I'm going to upload the same image. Just click here upload. What will happen? Okay, this is the thing. Just close and just check permissions. Okay, just click on the things. Right now what I will do, so whenever any object has been uploaded into the bucket, automatically one object URL will be created. So by using this object URL, I will be able to access from the public. Just copy paste. But right now, will I be able to access the same? No, because of by default what I have done, by ACL will be disabled, and I block all the public access. So that's why I'm not able to access my file. So I need to change some settings in order to make it as a public. So what are the settings I need to done? Just click here. So just click here. Just go to permissions. So here I turn on the block all public access. I need to disable it. Just click on disable. Click on confirm. Confirm. Okay, and at the same time I need to done modification for one more setting, that is a bucket ownership. Here just ACL enabled. Okay, save changes. You just need to acknowledge it. Just save changes. Okay, and one more thing. Open the bucket and click on the file and just go to action. Just what I need to do, make public using ACL. Okay, just click on make public. Earlier if I tried to use the same, I will show it to you. Close and open this. So this is the object URL. So earlier by using the same URL I am not able to access, but right now just please have a look. It will be display the content now, world map now. What are the object I had uploaded into the my S3 bucket, the same will be accessed through from public network. This will be possible when I had enabled the ACL, at the same time I disable all the public access, and at the same time I make the object as a public. So by following 3, I will be make the object in my S3 bucket will be public. So everybody will be able to access. If I share this URL with anybody, whoever the persons having this URL with them, they will be able to access this file. Okay, so this is the process, and so my work is done. So whatever the data I had uploaded into my S3 bucket, I need to delete. At the same time, I need to delete my S3 bucket, because to in avoid the charges, just click on buckets, just click on delete. And one more thing you just need to remember, is it deleted? No, because of, first of all, whenever I want to delete any bucket, first of all I need to empty that bucket. Without emptying that bucket, I can't be able to delete any bucket. So for that purpose, what I will do, just go to the bucket, click the bucket, empty. Okay, the bucket will be empty. So once the bucket has been empty, then only I will be able to delete. No, just here you need to delete, permanently delete. Okay, no, here just a moment, bucket empty, permanently delete, empty. So the objects will be deleted permanently. Okay, exit, refresh. So is there anything in my S3 bucket? No. Just go back, click the S3 bucket which you want to delete, click on delete. You need to enter your bucket name to do the same. Just copy paste, delete bucket. Then the bucket will be deleted automatically. So this is the process we are going to follow to upload any to create the S3 bucket, as well as to upload any object into the S3 bucket. And once our task is done, if I want to delete the bucket, first of all we need to empty the bucket. Once the bucket has been emptied, then only I will be able to delete the bucket. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you. Bye bye.